The Super Bowl last night between the Eagles and the Patriots might have been the greatest game ever played. There, I said it. Now it's out there. I'm not talking about just Super Bowls, and in order to be the greatest Super Bowl, that's a hell of a thing right there. You had the Steelers-Cardinals game from a bunch of years back, which was amazing. The James Harrison run back and forth, that game went. You had, of course, the Patriots with the amazing comeback last year, which no one thought could be topped. The Patriots-Seahawks game from a couple years ago. 35-31, Pittsburgh versus Dallas back in 1979. And in terms of overall NFL games, the legendary Chargers-Dolphins game in the Super Bowl in the 1980s. I hear you on all of that, but my God, last night was a hell of a game, and I would argue, yes, the greatest game ever played. So here's my reasoning. Look, the Falcons had a huge lead at the end of, in the middle and towards the end of last year's Super Bowl, and the Patriots did one of the greatest comebacks you've ever seen. Patriots have done some of the most stunning upsets and have suffered some of the most stunning upsets in Super Bowl history. But those were one-sided affairs. The Falcons did everything right in the first half. The Patriots did everything right in the second half. In this game, both teams, certainly offensively, but I could make an argument that the offenses just overwhelmed otherwise good defenses, played spectacularly throughout. There was only one punt in the game. That's unbelievable. The Eagles punted once, and that's it. The Patriots never punted. And that is relevant to the story, because the most important part was it was a title fight from round one all the way to the end. Punch after punch. It was Ali, Frazier, and neither side relented. They both played like champions. Over 1,100 yards overall in the game. Nick Foles was one of the best QB performances ever in a Super Bowl. He's in the top 6 in terms of QB rating, but I think it went beyond that. It was spectacularly clutch. Not only throwing for touchdowns, but obviously famously now catching a touchdown pass as well. And do I have to bother saying that was the best performance by a backup quarterback in Super Bowl history? Of course, it was one of the best performances, period. He beat the legendary Tom Brady at his own game, including, of course, the most famous play that now hopefully a lot of you have seen already, where there was a trick play on 4th and goal. First of all, going for it on 4th and goal, amazing. Courageous, exactly the right move, the move that I scream into my TV they should make all the time but never do, but they did, and under the most intense pressure in a Super Bowl at the end of a half. And almost any other coach would have kicked a field goal instead, but Peterson went for it. And not only that, secondarily, they did a trick play. Amazing courage, number 2, and number 3. They did a play where the quarterback caught the ball, which was exactly what the Patriots tried earlier in the game, but Tom Brady had alligator armed it. Okay, look, Brady doesn't like getting hit, and the Eagles hit him and hit him a lot in the first half. Great credit to the Patriots offensive line in the second half. That incredible Eagles defense couldn't get to him all second half, with the obvious exception of the gigantic play at the end where they got to Brady and made him fumble. So, the Eagles defense, I know they give up 33 points, but they played strong, they played hard. I know the Patriots defense gave up 41 points, but and they don't have the best of defenses, but they also played hard. And I never sensed choking from either side. I never sensed let up on either side, and they went round for round. And then finally on Doug Peterson, arguably, I'm declaring in second declaration.
I mean, one of those moves.
That's not it. That might also be true, but I meant this. Doug Peterson, best coaching performance in the Super Bowl ever. He not only went for it on 4th and goal and delivered at the end of the half on that trick play, he went for it on 4th down late in the game in his own territory. I know thousands of cowardly coaches who would have punted. It is not the right move. The right move is to be courageous. The Eagles played without fear. That is how you play the Patriots. You want to be a champion, you got to fight like a champion, and you got to play like a champion. And they did. They assumed they were better than the Patriots, And all along the way, as JR said on TYT Sports afterwards, they punched them in the mouth. So JR, Michael Schur, Ricky Strom, and I did a post game immediately following there after the game where we went nuts as everyone was going nuts. That's on TYT Sports, youtube.com/TYT Sports. We'll have the link down below on YouTube for you guys and comment section on Facebook. By the way, there's an eye in the corner, and if you're watching on YouTube, and if you go over that eye, that'll also always give you the links. All you got to do is click on it. So check out all of TYT Sports coverage of the Super Bowl. But that was amazing. And by the way, credit to the Patriots. Just because they lost didn't mean they played poorly. They also played like champions. But now, without further ado, I must say,
ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Down goes the Patriots. Down goes the Patriots. Down goes the Patriots. And they weren't going down willingly. It was a heroic effort by the Eagles to bring them down. Best game ever in a Super Bowl, arguably the best game ever, period, in the NFL. Best coaching performance in a Super Bowl, arguably the best coaching performance overall in a season, playoffs and Super Bowl by Peterson, and arguably the best quarterbacking performance ever by all people, Nick Foles, which goes to show you Doug Peterson is a hell of a coach. You just watched the video by the Young Turks, the home of the revolution. If you'd like to get the full show, come join us and become a member. TYTnetwork.com/join.